Welcome to Global Kitsch Tea. Our topic of discussion today is modesty and rape. Now, there are politicians in India at the moment who say that a way a woman dresses can lead to rape. And they also say that, rape is just something boys do by mistake. Now, do we agree on this? Or do we not? That is what we're talking about. And over here we have a dashing young man by the name of Sunny.
Oh, hello.
Sunny, stop playing the video games and put it up. Stop. No, what is this? Alright, there we go. Alright, Sunny. Modesty and rape. What is your opinion on these Indian politicians?
Well, Indian politicians, they are full of shit.
Are they?
Yes. So what I believe is the way you dress up should not be linked to rape at all.
Absolutely no connection.
Absolutely. No connection at all. I mean, the way you dress up should not be linked to rape.
Or what do you reckon?
It's like comparing women to objects.
Who are you, by the way?
I'm Fahad.
Oh.
Hello. It's like saying that there's delicious food outside, and
I'll interrupt him in this one. I believe women should not be compared to food. If you want to compare, you should compare them with sweets.
okay.
This
All
just
right.
makes it worse. Okay.
All right, so it's like saying there's sweets outside, and you really like those sweets, and you want to eat them, and then you don't have to pay for them. I know it's a pathetic comparison. It's ridiculous, and that's how pathetic those politicians are when they make those statements to say that what you wear is related to you being sexually harassed. There has to be no connection with what you wear to that mentally sick person who's actually committing that crime and getting away with it by blaming the woman. It's a narrative which is in our society in South Asia and in many parts of the world that needs to be eliminated, because it's the very same narrative that encourages a lot of men to rape, because we find it acceptable to say that women can are the ones who are bearing it upon themselves, and it's not true.
But do you not reckon at least there is the concept of provocation?
Well, answering that question, I mean, even those people, those women in Middle East countries,
Yeah.
those women with full burqa and covering their whole bodies, even I think those women get raped.
Yeah.
So
Whoa. How are we defining rape here? Are we talking women being dragged from the streets, being raped? Are we talking rape, drunken rape? What is our definition of rape here?
I believe that it's a sexual advancement of any sort without the other person's consent. To me, is rape. It might just not be a physical. It might just not be completely physical, but even a gesture, sexual gesture, is not rape, but it's getting there. So it's sexual harassment. And to continue on Sunny's point of view, I think that he's right. Like women, I've seen pictures. They're all over the internet. There's women wearing burqas, and they're actually getting, men are touching them in places where they shouldn't be, in a crowded place. So I think it's the what we need to work on, and what we need to stop is that the sick mentality of the men that we have in our parts of the world, where they seem to think that it's okay to make those sexual gestures, to make those sexual advancements, and then blame the woman for wearing more clothes. And you know what, like, if you're a mentally sick person, if a woman is wearing a burqa, you can still make out her body, and you can still be if you are thinking about her sexually, you can still imagine her sexually. I used to have a teacher. He used to tell me, he said that if you want to think of vulgarity, if there's a book laying on the table, you can still make something vulgar out of the book. So it's the same thing, the woman, what they wear has nothing to do with them being, raped. It's those men who have the problem.
I agree with Fahad, and I believe we should be it should be a constitution in every country, or we should make a law in every country that any guy who will rape a woman, their cock should be chopped, fry in a pan, and they have to eat that with some bread.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, okay. So you believe violence responded with more violence?
Well, I think that is the right answer to stop rape in any of the country.
It's a bit of a radical point of view for me. I don't kind of agree with that, but I think that in our countries, the men who actually commit these crimes, them having to be able to be held responsible for it and having to be able to serve sentence for it isn't enough saying, and that doesn't happen in our countries, let alone all that chopping off.
What do you reckon though about things like false rape accusations? I mean, what about that? What then happens? I mean, you have a man who's having his dick chopped off, or a false rape accusation. What do you reckon should be the punishment for a woman?
Well, there should be proper investigation. I mean, before chopping your cock off, there should be proper investigation. It's not like just a woman said like he raped me and his cock should be chopped. I mean, there should be proper investigation before any conclusion.
I don't quite understand your question. Are you saying that women who make false accusations against men?
Yes, that is
I think
exactly what I'm saying.
It happens. It may happen, and it may happen 2% of the times out of 98%. Do you think that in our society, in South Asia, women have... It's such a taboo to be raped for a woman herself. She doesn't even I don't think that she even comes out and says it, and she hides it. And because, one, she will not be... That's our culture, right? So she's not going to be... She can't get a good rishta or good marriage proposal if she's been sexually assaulted, because she's not virgin anymore. So I think to be able to say that women come up with false accusations in our society is a bit unfair, because I don't see women coming up at all anyway. They should be encouraged to come out and say that has actually happened to her. And in terms of false accusations, I'm not saying that they don't happen. They may happen, but then again, this science is real advanced now. You can test and do things, and you have the set procedures that we can follow, but we don't in our countries.
Yeah. So what are we saying? Are we saying that when it comes to the way a woman dresses, are we saying that a woman really should be allowed to dress in any manner possible? Like there is no such thing as a modesty.
I think the right answer to that, in my point of view, is a woman should be dressed in a manner the way she wants to. In a similar way, a man should be able to dress in a manner that he wants to. So it's an equality that they both have, and it's a standard that they both should have. You know what I mean? You can't just say a woman should be covered fully and a man can walk around in shorts. No, it has to be equal if you want to bring equality of women and men.
There is a recent law, in fact, in New York. They actually, a bunch of women demanded that they be free to not wear a shirt, just in the same way men can walk around without a shirt on. What do you reckon?
Well, I think, women has a choice to wear whatever they feel like. There should not be any obligation that they need to wear this, in order to be protected.
So we're talking even in South Asia, a bunch of women walking around without their tops on.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Is that something you would like to see your mother and your sisters do?
If they want to do that, I don't mind. If they want to do that, then I don't mind. But also, I would like to say one more thing. In order to stop rapes in countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, in those kind of countries, if you want to stop rape, make prostitution legal in those countries, so that beasts like...
You're pointing at me.
No, sorry about that. So those beasts, they have a hole where they can,
Are you pointing at him because he's a Pakistani?
No. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah. I think that he's right, but there's one thing that I want to talk about, and you're answering your question, which was, I forgot.
You forgot my question.
No, his question was that can women wear whatever they want to
exactly
in South Asia,
surely there should be some kind of standard.
Look, that is up to women to decide what they want to wear in their own cultural context, and I think what we fail to understand is that everything is contextual. We need to be able to let the women of South Asia decide what they want to wear in their own cultural conformity or in their own cultural understanding. So if we know that very well that a woman in India or Pakistan or Nepal or Bangladesh are not going to wear bikinis, on the beach, but they have...
Isn't that an assumption though? Obviously, a more modern South Asian woman would not have an issue wearing a bikini.
Well, if they want, then it's their personal choice. But I'm just talking about those women who feel that they don't feel comfortable wearing those, and they should have their choice not to, and they should wear whatever they feel personally. It's like that debate in France, where women can't wear a burqa or hijab or to places. I personally feel if they feel that that's what they are comfortable in, well, that's what they should do.
Is that your opinion as well?
Absolutely, I believe that they should be allowed to wear whatever they feel like, and if they are not wearing anything, then we as a human being has no right to go and touch them or to sexually harass them.
Let's talk about this prostitution legalization. Surely a lot of women, in fact, who are for women being allowed to wear whatever they want, a lot of them actually would disagree with you on this. They would say that prostitution, in fact, should be, should not be legal because they believe that prostitution is another form of men being able to rape women. So what do you think on that?
Well, I totally disagree with these kind of views that prostitution is another form of men raping a woman. Because prostitution, I believe, a woman is allowing a man, or it's like a mutual benefit. A man is paying to a woman for having sex with her, and she's allowing a man to have sex with her. So I don't think it's a sexual harassment in any way.
I think here I would also like to make a point. There's two types of prostitution. One that's consensual as well, that, like you said, it's a mutual benefit. It's an economy and it's the world's oldest profession. And the other one is forced prostitution. So forced prostitution is something that we should discourage. And like Sunny said, if we legalize prostitution, forced prostitution will be eliminated as well, because it's an undercover, under the table sort of economy. A lot of women are forced into it, and because no one knows about it and it's not registered, so underage girls are pushed into it. So it's actually a new sort of, it's a whole debate in itself, really. But yeah, so I think legalizing would actually help forced prostitution, where you're actually heading to, Blackie.
So let's get this right from the two of you all. You're saying women should be free to wear whatever they want, and let us legalize prostitution. So more sex for everybody. Is that what you're saying?
More happiness, more sex, and no forceful sex.
I think it's not about sex, it's about rights. More rights to everyone. I don't care if someone's having sex or not. It's their personal choice, and then it's a choice that they make there in their bedrooms. I have no concern to that. But what I'm saying is that everyone should have a right to live the way they want to be, and with dignity. Dignity is the word that we should all sort of. It's something that I actually always aspire to.
And prostitution is dignified?
It is dignified. It is dignified if we take it as a dignified profession. If we give it the rights it needs, so it can be dignified. I'm wearing sunglasses and it's not even sunny, and I always make fun of people who wear sunglasses when it's not sunny inside a room. I'm making a statement. I can wear whatever I want to because it's my right. The same way the women should wear what they want to because it's their right.
And same way now it's my right to play my video game.
So what exactly have you learned from this conversation today? Obviously, women should be free to, whatever they want to wear, go for it. Heck, one of our guys even said that he'd let his mother walk around without a top to cover her top part of her body. I mean, come on. South Asia? Really? Women of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh? Do you honestly see something like this actually happening? I don't know. They probably go like, isn't this a bit of imposition of Western cultural views? Western cultural values? Obviously, I believe that a woman, while it's true, there should be the concept of a woman being able to be free to wear whatever she wants. But let's be really realistic here, honest with ourselves. Even a man is not allowed to wear whatever he bloody well wants. This is the fact. No, I don't believe women should either. It just doesn't make sense. We should, of course, have laws that state that a man who rapes a woman should, of course, be jailed. We should throw the key away, in fact. But let's not go overboard. claiming that there is absolutely nothing to do with the way a woman dresses or the way she puts herself in what situation. There's no doubt that rape is rape and it always will be. But we should not talk and make this an issue of a woman being free to wear whatever she wants as though there are no consequences. Or a man being free to wear whatever he wants without consequences. We live in a society. It's not individuals around. We live in a society. Okay? There are laws. There are rules. Whether we like it or not, this is the situation. And I don't think we should be free to wear whatever we want, while I'm not saying we should not be able to free, I'm getting a bit jumbled up here, I know. What I'm saying is this. There are no excuses for rape. Rape is horrible. It is disgusting. It removes the dignity of a woman. But let's not make turn that into a reason to treat ourselves without dignity. The women of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, surely modesty is important. And rape is always evil. Remember that.